increasing the number of games in an NFL regular season, it's all about money. It's all about money. And while it shouldn't happen, it probably will. I'm Mike Asti, and I'm here to tell you why it's up to the NFL players to make sure the regular season stays at 16 games and no more. No matter how much an NFL executive or owner may try to fool you, may try to tell you that while they're okay with increasing the number of games to 17 or 18, that it's not about hurting the players and they're still going to cap them at 16 games played and it's not about money. No matter how much they may try to sell you that bill of goods, they're lying. They're lying to you. It's about money, because if you read further into what Murphy said, he would be cool with going to 18 games, and while he may want to cap the players at 16 games played, and that's been brought up by others, he wants to have a neutral site game. He wants to have more international games. He doesn't want to really have more home game necessarily for the city, because he doesn't care about the cities these teams are in. He doesn't care about the stadiums or the bars or the fans or anything around the infrastructure or the economy for those franchises and for the cities those franchises are in. All he cares about is the money, because the money is still going to be there if they have a de facto home game that's in Mexico or in London, or they switch off, or the Steelers and Eagles play at Beaver Stadium down there in Happy Valley at Penn State. Whoever's quote-unquote home is going to make the money if they're playing more. And as ridiculous as the NFL sometimes is with DUI issues and domestic violence and drama after drama after drama, and the national anthem too, it won't matter. The numbers are still there. The bottom line is still there. The ratings are still there. There's still an incredible interest and money being made. If you yourself are no longer watching, the NFL doesn't miss you. Okay, maybe it's dipped from 2 years ago, but it's still a behemoth over all the other leagues, and the ratings are still destroying every other show that could possibly be on TV. The Super Bowl still wins every single ratings battle and sets the records every single season. Fantasy is helping that too. So that's all not going to be a problem. The NFL is not going to be dead anytime soon. But they know that if there's more games, whether there be preseason, whether you take off some preseason, and sometimes you do need those preseason games. I could see going to 3 from 4, but you can't only have 1 as they are now proposing, or as Murphy said. You need those games for the rest of the roster to actually show what they can do. Not for Big Ben or for Juju Smith-Schuster even. It's for the rest of the roster, to see who can make the rest of the roster, to retool the entirety of the roster. You basically be getting rid of the practice squad if you whittle it down much further in terms of getting rid of preseason games. And those guys do eventually play. They do need some reps in the preseason, not just all of a sudden going to the fire of the regular season after shaking rust off from training camp, which isn't enough by itself, and veterans basically skip anyway. So you're still going to have the interest, but they know they can make more money, and they know the money will be there. The more games you have, the more interest will be there, the more ratings will be there, the more money those franchises will get. But it won't help anybody else if they don't even care where it's going to be. And this is the trick. And Cam Hayward, here you go. 18 games of straight baloney either way you cut it. Well, love the tweet, Cam Hayward. Love the tweet. Baloney, cut it. It's all wonderful. But check what I said in reply, because Cam, as much as you're intelligent and maybe you're thinking things properly, you got to tell everybody else to get on the same page with you, because I'm terrified the players are going to budge, are going to come crashing down, and are going to agree to whatever to get marijuana use, to get whatever else. They want to be able to smoke weed and have it not hurt against them. And yes, right now it's a penalty. Yes, right now it's a fine. Yes, right now it could be a suspension. And yes, right now you can't do it while a member of the National Football League. You can do whatever. I don't care what you're doing in your life, but you can't do it as an employee of the NFL. They can come down on hard you for that. So the NFL players want to be able to do what they want and want to add that in as it's rolling through the country, becoming legalized. Are they going to cave to get that and play more games? If you know you need to cap and have the players only play a certain number of games while you add more for money, and you don't care about the city and the economy for that city, and you play these ridiculous extra neutral site games that either are way more travel, way more international games that the players don't want to do. They don't even want to do what they have now. So you are hurting the players in terms of travel, and you're not helping those cities. But when you have to cap it, then right there, there's a problem. So if nothing else, that right there tells you there's a problem if you need to cap it. There shouldn't be more games. 16's perfect. 18 is only about money, but the money will be made if you have more, and there probably will be because of money. Players, though, don't cave. Don't cave in just for what? Marijuana? Just for marijuana or whatever else? Don't cave in. Stick to your guns. 16 games is perfect. 18 is asinine. Once again, this is another edition of Mic Drop here on Pittsburgh Sports Live, coming at you thanks to SteelersNow.com and the signs behind me in terms of our sponsorship. I'm Mike Asti. Again, this is one thing that doesn't need to be changed, but it will. It will.